stand up for the champion as Nigeria's ambassador and multi-decked Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC fighter, Kamaru Usman is set to give back to his country by setting up a sporting academy. This, I must say, is big news. Stay tuned for more details. And the National Gallery of Art, NGA, in collaboration with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, is set to identify and document the best of Nigerian visual artists living and practicing in the diaspora. And that wouldn't be all. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, and the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, are in synergy to enlist the services of Nigerians in the diaspora for advocacy and counseling for drug use and abuse in Nigeria. Well, I've got these and much more for you on today's edition of your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I am Koinsola Adetumbi. Please stay tuned. Kamaru Usman, aka the Nigerian Nightmare, who has been away from Nigeria for over a decade, paid a courtesy call to the chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, at her office in Abuja. The elated NIDCOM's boss said his homecoming brings a message of hope and signifies Nigeria's unity in diversity. Please enjoy the interaction.
Number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand
up. You're coming home. It's not just that you came. You're coming to give back. You're coming back to say, you know what, I'm proud to be a Nigerian. I want to see what I can do. I want to give back to my country, and we appreciate you for that. You're coming back to tell the Nigerian youth that, you know what, you all can succeed if you believe in yourselves. You know, when we go on air, when we go on social media and congratulate you and several others, people ask me, if he was in Nigeria, would he have succeeded? I don't know, but he's there, he has succeeded, he's a Nigerian, and he's contributing to his country. And that is why we have the Diaspora Commission, to celebrate Nigerians in the diaspora. Kamaru, when you win, you didn't have to hold the flag. You hold it with pride and dignity and tell the world that I'm a proud Nigerian. And my group that today was also very proud. And most important is also the fact that, you know, you're a champion, but you're also a kind person. You're a champion who is reaching out. You're a champion who is looking at the younger ones and saying, you all can be champions too. And you're saying that to the younger Nigerian, you are going to do everything you can to breed other champions. Thank you, Kamaru. For us in the Diaspora Commission, we say that we are the best in everything we do. And you are an example of that. I'm sure it's the Nigerianness in you, the ouchie blood in you. That resilience, that passion, that determination, that I know go carry last, I know go agree, you know, has helped you. And I want to just tell every Nigerian that, you know, we need to celebrate ourselves. We need to be proud of who we are, what we are, and the qualities that we have as a people. And nobody will celebrate us but ourselves. We would not have had a Kamaru if it wasn't Nigerian. We don't have Kamaru if we're all breaking down in bits and pieces that go in our separate ways. So how does you move around Lagos, Auchi, you bring the message of unity, brotherliness, peace, togetherness.
This is something that I truly, I'm I'm definitely deeply humbled by everything that you said. One of the things that's really in my heart is, yes, just like you said, this is a time of really unrest. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of things that's been going on. And me watching was very hard for me to watch. And one of the main things that I wanted to get through coming back to Nigeria, because when we put it out to Diaspora, we're coming home. You know, of course I wanted to come last year, the year before, and the year before, but of course things, you know, schedules are tight and things that we have to do prevents that. But I said, no, this time we have to come home. Got a lot of feedback. You know, people saying, no, don't come here, no, don't come here, there's not this, there's not that. And it made me very, very sad on the inside, because having to witness that somewhere that I truly identify as was very hard for me. And one of the main things that I wanted to get through is I'm not just coming home just to come home. We're coming home for a purpose. And that purpose now is very easy for everybody to say, as long as you believe you can achieve. That's very easy, especially to the youth. It's very easy for us to say, as long as you believe you can achieve, when they feel like that's not the case. And what they feel is, it's not easy to achieve just because you believe when there's no opportunity. And so that's what we want to do when we're coming back, is we want to lay that foundation to where we can create those opportunities that when they do believe, they put their mind to it, they can achieve it because that opportunity is there. So with that said, I'm truly humbled, and I know the position that I'm in, and I do not take that for granted. Thank you.
I say to you, don't come home, don't come home. But you did come home. It's not as bad as...
No. I came home. I definitely did when people said that. I said, no, I have to go see for myself. Because we all know from experience, even when you're a child and your mother tells you, don't touch that because it's hard, you have to experience it. So coming home, it's not that case. Yes, of course, there's certain places where things are not as good as they should be. That's all over the world. That's everywhere. But we have to make sure that here, this is our home. We have to make sure that things continue to make an upwards trajectory and get better for everybody.
I'm in this particular space, that's what I said, is I'm a sportsman, I'm the UFC welterweight champion. All I can do is encourage and inspire and motivate with the space that I'm in. So if they want to follow that and they want to be the UFC world champion or boxing world champion or cricket or football or get to a space to where you can elevate not just yourself, your family, your country, in any way that you can, that's the space, that's where I am. You know, I want to be able to let them know that, hey, we have programs in place that if you want to follow this path, you can. Because like I said earlier, it's easy to say if you put your mind you can achieve, but you put your mind, yes, I'm thinking every day I wake up, I want to be UFC champion, but there's no place for me to go to train, there's no place for me to go to learn how to do that, then how can I achieve that? So that's what we want to do, is create those. If we have a space here to where we can, you know, start to develop the plans and the foundation to build academies, we have the support from the peoples and powers that may be to be able to create those academies to where the youths can go. Not just the youths, but everybody. We can't just click our fingers and everything changes in a day. But we can start to affect the change now, so our children's children all know that they'll be okay.
25. In our definition of who a Nigerian in the diaspora is, you have excelled in what you are doing out there globally, and you've come back to give a token of what you have achieved back to your host home country. We want to thank you because you exemplified His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari's 3-point agenda for the diaspora. One, you are our ambassador, as has been conferred on you by the chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. You have excelled in kickboxing. You have also come to give back to Nigeria. And our chairman has also emphasized the fact that that is one of the key mandates of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, to encourage Nigerians in the diaspora, which we estimate at over 17 million, that while you are there, you should not forget home. You should also give back to Nigeria.
Kudos, brother. Keep winning, and thank you for giving back to the country. With the alarming rates of drug abuse in the country, some Nigerians in the diaspora have expressed interest in building rehabilitation centers across the country. This was mentioned during a courtesy visit to the chairman NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, by NIDCOM's boss. Please take a listen.
We thank you for all you're doing in NDLEA. And we hope that if more people are arrested, people like Zainab, what happened to her would never happen. And when we took the case up, even Parliament was like, how did it happen anyway? Where were the scanners? A lot of questions came up, but I won't go into that. But what Nigerians in the diaspora hope they can do with the agency. Some of them have been talking to us about building rehabilitation centers in Nigeria. It's alarming, the number of our youth that are into drugs. And everything should be done to save this youth. So a lot of them are saying all they need is maybe the land. So there are those who are saying they are ready to build drug rehabilitation centers in Nigeria and run them. So I'm hoping that subsequently this partnership can be had with NDLEA, where those in the diaspora who want to help can come in to help. And a lot of them are also saying they're willing to give their time to counseling and whatever they can do to support the agency. So thank you very much for receiving us, sir.
Most Nigerians commend you for starting this new commission and doing very well in it. It's the public image of the commission, the work that you are doing to and fro, involving our Nigerians abroad has been excellent, and we wish you more success. Of particular interest is the case of Zainab, which actually I'm very familiar with, because during the Presidential Advisory Committee for the Elimination of Drug Abuse, I visited states, and Kano happened to have been one of the states that I visited, and the airports, the Aminu Kano airport. We in the NDLEA are putting our eyes very closely at the activities of some of the personnel and workers who collude with the drug barons and traffickers. You would have noticed of recent the amount of seizures that we have had across the country, across our seaports and airports. This is as it should be, and we'll continue to intensify efforts on that.
I want to thank Mr. President. Without him, I don't know what life has been to me now. And also, I want to call about my injustice, because my case has been in court for, I think, 2 years now and some months. So I would like to call for my justice, because it's not only for me, but for also other people.
So we are here to thank the President for his intervention, for making sure my sister was released from Saudi Arabia, and we can't thank him enough for what he did. If not for his intervention, we wouldn't have known what would have happened to her by now. And we want to also thank to everybody who helped in one way or the other. And like she said, we are still hoping that Nigeria will do the justice for her, not only for her and for also other victims who might have been innocent of the same case.
I'm very happy and privileged to be part of, under the direction of our chairman, to be part of helping Zainab come out. And I'm happy to also say that since your inception, we have not gotten any petition of drugs coming out of Kano. But on the issue of those people that were arrested in Kano Airport, these documents from NTA itself, the matter has been going from one adjournment to another, to an extent that even the accused persons, they were granted bail. One of them even went to Saudi Arabia after being accused. And there are several legal options. My colleagues on the other side will agree with me. There are several legal options that can be taken. If the judge is not taking the case diligently, you can either ask the judge to be removed, giving the case to somebody else. You can write the chief judges, even the judge himself in court, you can present it. So I think it's an option that NDA should look into.
Kudos, great bosses. In the mood of giving back, a group of Nigerian diaspora have given back to the school that produced them by renovating a 4-classroom block in Ngo Okpala Community School in Imo State.
Nearly 2 decades ago, in 2002, we came together to bring all old boys together. I made a call, and each one of them responded in United States, UK, Canada, and Nigeria. And at that point, we started the journey. And the journey was to come back to give back to the school that produced us. The journey through this road that brought us here today far was not easy. The accomplishment is yet to be done. We must find where there are no paths and create a path. We must find where there are no easiness and make it easy.
They will. I'm a cut on Amen. I got Amen. I got it of Kanko. Amen. I get you juicy. Amen. I got the Yobulio. Amen. I will be a room of high school. Amen. Mastinek, Deacon Squares, him Ababa. Amen. Mastinek, Yenayaka, the Fernandosa. Omana make a chinek, Macandini, the Sun Naso. I demand, especially this people here, Dr. Libor Sagua, and God, because I'll make it. Otu na name fuya. Here woman is zu. I'm ready to know. Ya ba ni kuku. She told you no.
Amen. Well done, brother. The chairman CEO of NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, says a mutually beneficial collaboration with the National Gallery of Art, NGA, will not only help in appreciating the value of visual art and artists in the diaspora, but will help in recognizing that there is a revenue yet untapped in the field. Please listen.
The National Gallery of Art is a parastatal of the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, and it was established to serve as a repository of Nigeria's artistic creation since the birth of Nigeria from 1960. Our core mandate is to collect the best of the best artwork and gather together the artists of Nigeria in the visual art for promotion of Nigeria's rich cultural heritage, as well as for research and educational purposes. We're here today to visit you, to seek for collaboration and partnership. We wish to partner with NIDCOM in the identification and documentation of Nigerian artists living and practicing outside Nigeria. We have designed an online form for the documentation of artists, which we will share with NITCOM to enable Nigerians outside the country give us the data and full details of where they are, so that we work hand in hand with them. We are open to collaborating with you on any way of your programs and projects. I think our visiting you here is the beginning of that collaboration and interaction. And I believe this is the beginning of a last-longing mutual benefit relationship that will exist between the National Gallery of Art and NITCOM as agencies of the federal government.
I'm glad you're coming at this time, and I'm glad we're going to begin this collaboration. You talked about having a data of Nigerians in the visual arts world. Oh, absolutely. We have just created a data. We have a portal. We're trying to gather data of Nigerians abroad. We keep saying 17 million. We don't know. So NITCOM is on board to now try to at least try to know, maybe not the exact number, but at least put them together, know where they are, what they are doing, so that we can actually stop paying lip service to this issue of, oh, we are the best in the world. What are we doing about it? And I believe that this collaboration will be very worthwhile. Like I said, it's going to be a mutually beneficial relationship that will also show the world. We have no idea how amazing Nigerians have done in this field. I think this collaboration will show the world another area where you have Nigerians excelling. There's a lot of revenue to be tapped from this particular field. So I hope that with this collaboration with NITCOM, we can join in helping government to tap into this revenue beyond oil.
Ha! Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging, you know...
Listen, Aliko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. You know, I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
Welcome back. If you must travel, travel legitimately. Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please don't hesitate to do so, as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. On Instagram at NITCOM_Gov, on our YouTube page at NITCOM_Gov, and on our website at www.nitcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.